rounding out the final list of queens who are serious contenders for this year's Pope Games. Starting May 7th, over 100 of these showgirls are going to be locking themselves in the Sistine Chapel. No phones, no vapes, and they don't leave until there's a new pope. They're going to rake each other through the red hot coals. Oh, it's going to be so good. One already had to drop out for fraud and embezzlement. Diva down. They'll vote anonymously and then burn the votes every time. And that is the colored smoke you see in the air that lets you know whether they are extending the party or if they're packing it up and hitting the afters. In the 11th and 12th centuries, conclaves were very violent. Like, they would have alliances and factions, and if their side wasn't winning, they would snatch a wig right off. And in 1268, it took them 3 years to elect a pope. And the locals were so pissed that they locked them in, removed the roof, and rationed their food until they elected a new pope. The conclave has happened in many places, like castles and monasteries, but it now happens in the Sistine Chapel. But it is really not meant for this sort of thing because apparently after a few days, it smells awful. The girls are gagging, and not in a good way. Very influential this year is Raymond Burke. He's American, and he was Francis's #1 nemesis. Very conservative, very traditional, does not think that divorced people should get the Eucharist. Their souls are not clean enough for that unseasoned wafer. And his Real Housewives tagline is, "You may have split from your spouse, but I'm still married to the truth." Then we have Mr. Mario from Malta, and he was a favorite of Pope Francis. He used to be very conservative, and then he just switched gears. He thinks a lot of issues are very complex, and they deserve complex solutions, and that is how you're going to reach new generations. The youth love me, the elders fear me, and heaven takes notes. Robert Serra is from Guinea, and he is as traditional as it gets. Gays, ew. Premarital sex, gross. He is a leading figure in the church, and apparently in 2013 he was very close to becoming pope. Until Francis was like, girl, give me that. He retired 3 years ago and now writes a bunch of books and makes a lot of money, but he is still a very strong contender. I may be off the schedule, but I'm still booked, and every verse is fire and brimstone. Meet Jean-Marc from France, and allegedly Francis wants him to be pope most. Though I read that on like half of these guys. Like, I feel like Francis told everyone that. His #1 thing is that we should be prioritizing the poor, and we don't do it enough. They wine and dine the donors. I break bread with the broke. This is Anders from Sweden, and he is traditional on issues of sex and gender, but progressive with the environment. But cardinals have said they don't think he's a strong enough leader. They think he's too shy. I may not command the room, but I'll crack your secrets wide open. Then we have Wiem. He is Dutch, and he was a major hater of Francis. He is a very conservative medical doctor. He once fired a parish treasurer because they were trans. And for people who remarry, you have a special place in hell. You can say I do again, but heaven already said you don't. Watch parts 1 and 2 to learn about the other cardinals and leave a comment on who is your favorite.